Have you noticed that standing up from a chair feels harder than it did 5 or 10 years ago? A few years ago, I met a man in his early 60s who looked healthy on the outside. No major illness, no obvious disability, but he told me something shocking. He said, "I don't trust my legs anymore." He avoided stairs, held onto walls, and planned his day around places where he could sit. What scared him wasn't pain, it was weakness. Silent, creeping weakness. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Leg strength doesn't disappear overnight, it fades quietly. First, it's harder to climb stairs. Then balance becomes unreliable. Then confidence disappears. And before you know it, independence starts shrinking. But what if that decline wasn't inevitable? What if restoring leg strength after 50 wasn't about extreme workouts, but about the right movements done consistently? Stay with me, because in this video, we're not talking about bodybuilding or pushing through pain. We're talking about restoring the strength your body was designed to keep, so you can walk, stand, travel, and live without fear of falling or feeling fragile. Most people think aging steals muscle evenly from the body. That's not true. Research published in the Journal of Gerontology shows that lower body muscle mass declines faster than upper body strength, especially after age 50. Why does that matter? Because your legs are your transportation system. When they weaken, everything else follows. Here's a question you should ask yourself honestly. If you had to stand up from the floor right now without using your hands, could you do it? If the answer makes you uncomfortable, that's not failure, it's information. The silent muscle loss. Nobody warned you. About after age 30, adults lose about 3 to 8% of muscle mass per decade. After 50, that rate accelerates sharply. This process is called sarcopenia, and it doesn't just make you weaker, it makes you slower, less stable, and more vulnerable to falls. According to the CDC, falls are the leading cause of injury-related death among adults over 65, and the strongest predictor of falls, lower body weakness. To make a long story short, weak legs age you faster than wrinkles ever could. But here's the good news. Muscle tissue is remarkably responsive, even in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Studies from Harvard Medical School show that adults over 70 who perform basic resistance exercises can regain significant strength in as little as 8 to 12 weeks. So let's talk about the first exercise. Exercise number 1, sit to stand, chair squats. This looks too simple, that's why it works. Sit-to-stand movements directly train the exact muscles you use dozens of times per day. Quadriceps, glutes, hamstrings, and stabilizers. Around the knees and hips, every time you stand up from a chair, your brain sends a coordinated signal to these muscles. When you stop training that pattern, the signal weakens. So ask yourself, why train something fancy when daily life already gives us the blueprint? Here's how to do it safely. Sit on a sturdy chair. Feet shoulder width apart. Lean slightly forward. Stand up without using your hands. Sit back down slowly. That slow lowering is key. It builds eccentric strength, which protects joints. Start with 5 repetitions, not 20, not 50. 5. Why? Because after 50, quality beats quantity every time. A study in clinical interventions in aging found that seniors performing controlled sit-to-stand exercises improved leg strength by over 30% in just 10 weeks. No gym, no machines, no excuses. Why? This movement rewires your nervous system. Here's something most people don't know. Strength loss isn't just muscle loss, it's brain-muscle disconnection. When you don't use a movement pattern regularly, your nervous system literally forgets how to fire those muscles efficiently. Sit to stand restores that connection. It tells your brain, these muscles still matter. That's why people often feel stronger within 2 weeks, even before muscles visibly grow. Now compare this to walking. Walking is great, but walking maintains strength. It does not rebuild it. Walking uses momentum. Standing up uses force. Which one do you think your body needs more as you age? Most people over 50 think knee pain means knee weakness. That assumption is backwards. In reality, weak hips create knee problems. When your hip muscles stop doing their job, your knees are forced to compensate. And knees are not designed to be compensators, they are hinges. So let me ask you something. When you walk or stand, do your knees feel unstable, stiff, or old? That sensation is often not coming from the knee joint itself. It's coming from underactive hip muscles that should have been protecting it. Exercise number 2. Supported split squat, modified lunges. Now, before you panic, this is not the gym-style lunge you see athletes doing. This version is designed specifically for people over 50, and it rebuilds strength, balance, and coordination at the same time. Here's how it works. Stand near a wall, chair, or railing. Step one foot slightly back. Keep most of your weight on the front leg. Lower your body slowly until you feel the front thigh working. Push back up through the heel. That's it. No deep bending, no pain, no rushing. Why is this so powerful? Because this movement trains the glutes and quadriceps independently on each leg, and life is never symmetrical. You don't climb stairs with both legs at once. You don't catch your balance with both legs equally. One leg always works harder. Like, when that leg is weak, falls happen. The data most people never hear. According to research published in the American Journal of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation, unilateral leg training, meaning one leg at a time, improves balance and walking speed in adults over 55 more effectively than bilateral exercises. Why? Because your nervous system has to work harder. And that's a good thing. Think about it this way. Strength is not just force. Strength is control. And control is what keeps you upright when you trip, turn quickly, or step on uneven ground. So ask yourself, would you rather have strong legs on paper or legs that actually protect you in real life? How many reps should you do? This is where most people get it wrong. They think more is better. After 50, better is better. Start with 3 to 5 repetitions per leg, 1 to 2 sets. Slow and controlled. If your muscles feel slightly shaky, that's not weakness, that's adaptation. Your body is relearning something it hasn't practiced in years. Exercise number 3, terminal knee extensions, knee control drill. Here's something most people don't realize. The knee doesn't need brute strength, it needs stability. And stability comes from small muscles that don't get trained by walking, cycling, or even squats. This exercise looks boring. That's why it works. Here's how to do it. Stand upright, holding onto a chair, slightly bend one knee, slowly straighten it fully, tighten the thigh muscle at the top. Hold for 2 seconds. Relax. This movement strengthens the quadriceps right where they protect the knee joint. A study in osteoarthritis and cartilage found that strengthening the quadriceps significantly reduces knee pain and improves function, even without weight loss or medication. So let me ask you, if a simple movement can reduce pain and increase confidence, why ignore it? The brain-leg connection. Nobody talks about weak legs don't just affect movement, they affect cognition. Research from Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience shows that lower body strength is strongly linked to brain health, reaction time, and even memory in older adults. Why? Because strong leg muscles improve blood flow, glucose regulation, and oxygen delivery to the brain. So when you train your legs, you're not just training muscles, you're protecting your mind. That's why people who stay physically strong often appear younger mentally. It's not magic. It's circulation and neural engagement. Exercise number 4, calf raises for balance and circulation. Your calves are your second heart. Every step you take, they pump blood back up from your legs. When they weaken, circulation suffers. Swelling increases, balance declines. Here's the exercise. Stand holding a wall or chair. Slowly rise onto your toes. Hold for 2 seconds. Lower slowly. That's it. Sounds simple, right? But according to a study in the Journal of Applied Physiology, calf muscle weakness is strongly associated with poor balance and slower walking speed in older adults. Try this test. Stand on one foot. If you wobble immediately, your calves are talking to you. Start with 5 repetitions, build gradually, comparing walking versus strength. Training walking is excellent for cardiovascular health, but walking does not fully activate the muscles needed to prevent falls. Strength training teaches muscles to respond, not just move. And response time is what saves you when life surprises you. You can have strong legs in theory, strong legs on machines, even strong legs lying down, but if that strength doesn't help you move through space confidently, it fails its most important job. That brings us to the fifth and most important exercise in this entire program. Exercise number 5, step back balance. Reach, functional strength builder. This exercise looks deceptively simple, yet it combines everything your body needs after 50. Strength, balance, coordination, reaction time, and confidence. Here's how to do it. Stand tall, feet hip-width apart. Slowly step 1 foot backward. Lightly tap the floor behind you. Return to standing without wobbling. Switch sides. No speed, no force, just control. Why is this so powerful? Because this movement mimics the exact scenario where most falls occur. Unexpected backward steps, uneven surfaces, sudden balance shifts. According to data from the National Institute on Aging, backward and lateral instability account for a significant percentage of falls in older adults. Yet almost nobody trains backward movement. Ask yourself this. When was the last time you practiced stepping backward on purpose? Why this exercise rebuilds. Confidence. Confidence isn't psychological, it's physical feedback. When your nervous system knows it can control your body, fear disappears. This exercise retrains that trust. A study published in Age and Aging showed that balance-based strength exercises reduce fear of falling by over 40% in adults age 60 plus. Not because they were braver, but because their bodies were more capable. Start with 3 controlled reps per side. 1. Set. Near a wall or chair for safety. Progress slowly. Your nervous system adapts faster than your muscles, so patience is key. One of the biggest myths in fitness after 50 is that you need long workouts. You don't. Research from the British Journal of Sports Medicine shows that short, frequent strength sessions, 10 to 20 minutes, produce better long-term adherence and similar strength gains compared to longer workouts in older adults. Here's a simple framework. 3 to 4 days per week, 10 to 20 minutes per session. Focus on control, not exhaustion. If you finish feeling energized instead of drained, you're doing it right. The less is more rule. After 50, muscles don't grow during exercise, they grow during recovery, and recovery capacity changes with age. That's why training smarter, not harder, becomes essential. Ask yourself, would you rather train aggressively for 2 weeks and quit, or train sustainably for years and stay independent? Strong legs are not about looking fit, they're about staying free. Every time you stand up with confidence, walk without fear, or catch your balance without thinking, you're protecting your independence. These 5 exercises aren't about pushing harder, they're about moving smarter and giving your body the signal it's been waiting for. Start small. Stay consistent, let your legs remind you what they're still capable of. Your strength isn't gone, it's just been waiting to be used again. If this video helped you, hit the like button so more people over 50 can see it. Comment below and tell me which exercise felt the hardest, or which one you're starting today. And subscribe to the channel for simple science-backed exercises that help you stay strong, balanced, and independent at any age. Your support helps this message reach the people who need it most.